Hi everyone, welcome to CodeTav Management. So in the last lecture, we have discussed about the core concepts of the aspect-oriented programming. And in today's lecture, we will mainly focus on the logging aspect explanation, mainly how we will add the dependencies, why we need to add this dependency, and how the things working internally. So first of all, let me talk about the dependency. So here, by default, Spring Boot doesn't include the AOP libraries because not every project needs them. So adding this Spring Boot Starter AOP dependency does two things. What is the first case? So first case is it brings the core Spring AOP framework. Okay. So when we will add this Spring Boot Starter web, it basically it brings in the core Spring AOP framework. So AOP now comes into the picture. And what second thing it does? Second thing, it pulls in a library called Aspect GeoWeaver. Okay, so what is this Aspect GeoWeaver? So Aspect GeoWeaver is basically an engine which does the heavy lifting. So it dynamically creates the proxy classes around your controllers or services at runtime, and which is how Spring intercepts your methods without you having to change your original code. Clear? So it does the things automatically by itself. So next is the aspect class. So here is the aspect class with what we have created. So first I will explain you about the class level annotations what we have added. First of all, we have added aspect, and next we have added component. So why we have added this? So what's the role of this aspect annotation? So this tells the Spring, hey buddy, this is not a normal Java class. So this is an aspect containing cross-cutting logic. So it enables the AOP features for this specific class. And next one is component that like this is one basic fundamental annotations of Spring Boot. So even though we marked it as an aspect, Spring won't actually do anything with it unless it manages it as a bin. So component annotation registers this class with Spring's inversion of controller annotation, inversion of control annotation, like the container, IOC container. Okay, it basically registers in it. Okay, now I have created this logging aspect class. Inside that, what it does, first of all, instead of using a basic system out of .println, we are setting up a standard SLF4J logger. So that's why you have seen we have imported this SLF4J, and from that we are fetching this logger and the logger factory. So now we are concentrating on this line. So what it does? So here we have done the setup of the standard SLF4J logger. So this is the best practice for any production applications because you can easily route these logs to files or any external monitoring system later. Now the advice. What is advice? What advice we have used here before? So this is our advice. It tells the Spring exactly when to trigger our logging code. So in this case, we want it to run right before the target method. Okay, like whenever the target method will start to execute, just before of it, we will execute this logging code. So if you want after of it, you can use the after advice. In this way, the others advice are also there, like at the rate, after, otherwise, after returning, and at the rate around. Okay, these three also you can use. Now the point cut expression. So what point cut means? So it ran before any method inside the controller package. So you are seeing, right, this weird looking string in is the point cut actually. So it's basically a search filter telling Spring where to apply this advice. So let's break down the syntax. Execution, then return type, package, class, and then method arguments. These are there. So the first star, what does it mean? So that means we don't care what the method returns. So it can be string, it can be integer, it can be user object, void, intercept it all. So that's why to we're not caring of this return type. That's why we have added all. So that's why star. Next is CodeTav management dot controller dot star. So it targets any class inside the controller package. So this is the class actually inside this controller package. Now the second star, like inside the controller package, whatever classes are there, inside that whatever methods are there, those method is basically representing this second star. And now two double dot. So this means the method can have zero arguments, one argument, or 100 arguments of any type. So we still want to intercept. Okay. Now the method logic, that log before method call is there, and inside that you can see the join point object we have passed. So join point. So when Spring intercepts our controller method, it passes us this join point object. So think of it as an information package about the method we just intercepted. And here, like the join point dot get signature dot get name, so it gives us the exact method being called. So that's why we have added. So it basically means like we use the join point to dynamically grab the exact name of the method being executed. Like it can be get all users, it can be create user, okay, and print it to our console. So we wrote this code once, but it will now dynamically log the name of every method in our controller actually. Okay, so I hope this is crystal clear to you. Now, in the next, I will explore more topics. So till then, stay tuned and do like, share, and subscribe as much as possible to support me, motivate me. Okay, we will discuss more and more topics like this. Thanks, everyone.